All right, so S&P today, a little bit down, a little bit up, whole lot of nothing. We dropped down, hit that zone, and bounced. If you go to a smaller time frame, kind of all we're doing right now. I did swing my QQQ puts. Did not really do much at all. As far as right now, I'm not in them. Told you guys I was going to close this today. So right now I'm just in a boatload of Tesla positions, and I did grab an Nvidia put. This is awkward. uh, all right. Anyway, looking at the S&P. As far as Powell tomorrow, I'm willing to bet we probably just hang out. If I had to, I would put it 60-40. 60% chance we put in all-time highs. When we're in a bull market and the market's at all-time highs, it's probably just every other day, or like, 2 days all-time highs, 1 day pulls back. 2 days all-time highs, 1 day pulls back. So they really beat up the headlines with it. And I gotta say, guys, for everyone that's on social media, please stop showing off how much you just don't know. For instance, this has nothing to do with the president. The current one, the past one, the future one. They don't need that much credit. I'm sorry. I know people love to say, like, they were blaming Biden because it was down. Then now they're blaming Biden because it's up. Trump was the reason why this and that. The stock market's going to do what the stock market's going to do. It doesn't matter if it's red, blue. It really doesn't matter. And there has just been a surplus of that on social media. And let's just try to. Social media doesn't have any police, so let's just try to govern that ourselves a little bit. Let's show off that we can think past, the tips of our noses. you know S&P just a small grind up. Yeah, it really is. And we talked about that on Sunday, that this week is just going to be choppy with a little bit up and a little bit down. uh, hmm. He says, bro, that yellow box you drew means absolutely nothing. Sure, you probably won't like a lot of my streams then. So, but I appreciate you showing up. Anyway, you could channel that trade. You could draw a channel up right here, but there's more wicks to the downside. It's kind of like we're trying, but it is getting bought right back up. Do we have anything next week? Is there any fireworks next week? PCE's Friday. Monday we have PMI. Got a lot of letters next week. Oh, what we do have next week is going to end up being Tesla. The Tesla deliveries, is that what's coming out? That might move the market. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, I just don't expect a lot this week. We've wasted a lot of time just saying that. We've done absolutely nothing inside these expected moves. We have free reign up and down. NVIDIA AI conference, yeah. All right, NASDAQ. I'd be pretty impressed if we break this. Would I, though? Never mind. No, I take that back. Probably going to be with ease. Do want to keep an eye on that right there. This right here. And just, why not? We'll just draw yellow things everywhere. If you are new here, you can like these yellow boxes or not. But I appreciate you buying my shares at the top, because these yellow boxes mean nothing. QQQ is going to retrace to 462. I wouldn't mind that. And if I'm right with NVIDIA, it just might. I don't know if there's and I hate saying this, like, I don't know if what could Powell come out tomorrow and say that's just going to be incredibly bearish, that everybody panics and freaks out. I'm sure if tomorrow's red, there's going to be an excuse tied to it. I don't think I'd buy it. I don't think I'd buy the excuse. I would buy the market. I kind of thought we would have already seen that. Tuesday did not give us much. Today didn't either. If we actually caught a real red day down, then I'm a buyer. I don't know what excuse we have for anything. Don, everybody knows those boxes mean nothing. The mustard lines. Yeah, exactly. What are the golden boxes? They are golden. That's what they are. QQQ will retrace back to 462. That's a little bit steeper. They're just something I draw out. This is how I trade. We're off to a great start with somebody already coming in saying they mean nothing. I've been doing this 11 years, just for the TikTok crew. Uh, I'm really running out of patience, though. I've made a lot of money using those worthless yellow boxes. Well, I have too. It might be on, someone has told me I'm on a lucky streak, which is pretty impressive. 462 though. It's a bit much. I'm gonna have to disagree on that. At least this year. We have the October red, is what a lot of people say, but I guess this month was supposed to be red. Remember that one time? Uh, I guess it could. I don't see it in the cards because you would need an excuse to run that, and right before elections. I don't know. If it does, I'm a buyer. Oh, I am too. I'm a buyer if it pulls back down to, if we could just get to this blue zone right here, I'd probably end up being pretty, not all in, but I'd be pretty aggressive with it. I do think we get back to 462 based on the fear, greed, and some other factors. I think we get a higher low at 462 than pop. Man, what fear would come out? And by the way, if you guys ever say something I say I disagree, I don't. I'm not here to fight anybody, but I do want to hear your points. I love debating because maybe you guys are seeing something I don't, but I don't know what would cause that. Maybe people would think the VIX. No, that'd be a silly trade. Even the volatility of the VIX isn't up. What would drive the Qs down like that? We'd have to look at some market movers. Really, Meta could pull back. Microsoft was probably the dip buy, uh, in that zone, that worthless yellow box. Shout out to anybody that did buy at that worthless yellow box, and you're up. I do think that'll end up being a bull flag. Here's the one I did go short. I thought this was, so here's the expected move. We're outside of it. I'm taking a rein it back in play. Plus, we were close to this wedge we had right here. So we have the trend line down for lower highs. We have outside the expected moves. So now market makers are involved. I'm hoping we rein it back in. I grabbed Friday's expiration. So that would have to pull back a lot to really bring the market with it. Tesla's been on an absolute ridiculous run. I even have the 255 sold for this week. So I need that to pull back. I guess if these two could pull back, if Tesla and NVIDIA had a red day, I don't think Qs are going to avoid that. You need the others to probably really step it up. But to get to the number you're talking about, that's going to need an excuse.